story super duper long.
Okay. You're gonna tell them or you want me to?
Me?
Okay. Make room, let me lay down. Okay, we're recording. Go ahead and start the story.
Once upon a time.
Make room for me, okay?
Once upon a time, there was a little bitty pooty little seahorse. And seahorse said, "Come on, octopus, I want you to brave in the water. I want to find a fish under the water. And there's an island. Moana was on the island. Now it's your turn."
And so the octopus and the fish went to the island and there was Moana.
No, I said the octopus and the seahorse.
Okay, the octopus and the seahorse went to the island to find Moana. And when they found her,
And Maui too.
And when they found her, they said, "We thought you were going to go look for Maui." And Moana said, "Yes, I'm just packing up my lunch to take with me." And the octopus says, "Well, you better hurry. Everything's going bad. All the trees are turning." What?
The tent is broken.
Well, you just are really, really hard on it.
I was trying to fix it.
Well, I fixed it for you. Let me do it again. You
Everyone help it out.
okay, you tell the story where I fixed the tent, okay?
And then Michelle said, "Nothing is happening, Moana. Maui's gonna come to you.
Okay.
No one is gonna fix it."
You gotta quit playing with the tent. It'll come apart. Okay, keep telling the story.
But let me see.
Come on, knock it off. Michelle, I can't fix the tent.
Dad, get in.
Well, get here.
My storage.
Hey, it's not. Go ahead and get down. Keep telling the story. We're recording.
And then Michelle said, "This is my ocean. There's sea animals inside the sea." And the sea animals said, "This is our water, not your water." And Michelle said, and the sea animals said, "No one loves you. No one hates you. No one like you."
Here, come on. Quit playing with the tent. Let me try to fix it.
And Michelle said, "No. Daddy,
I can't do
you
it.
are telling half of story."
Okay, well, quit knocking the tent down.
Is it down? Is it down?
Okay.
Down.
Okay. Want me to tell the rest then?
No.
Okay, you keep going.
No.
This-
It's your turn.
Okay, well, I was working on the tent. I forgot where we were.
This thing.
Well, where were we?
At the edge of the ocean.
Oh, and is Maui there with her?
Yep.
And they got to the end of the ocean, and the fire monster started throwing fireballs at them. And
I thought Moana was finding Maui.
Oh, I thought you said she already found Maui.
No. Tell
Okay.
the whole story of Moana.
Okay, so
Start over again, too.
no, you got a good start. Let's keep going. So
Let's see, Dada. see
And
if we can do it.
she's out on the ocean, and she says, "You gotta help me find Maui." And she says, "I need help." And all of a sudden, there's a big storm, and it knocks the ship over. It's upside down, and she's clinging to it, just barely hanging on. And the winds are blowing, and there's thunder and lightning and high waves, and it crashed on shore, and she knocked her out. And in the morning, she woke up, and she's on a desert island, nothing growing there, and she's real mad at the ocean. She goes and yells at the ocean, "You call this help? You stranded me on an island with nobody here. You call this help?" And then she looked around, and there was a big rock and a drawing of Maui's hook on the rock. And Moana goes, and says to the ocean, "Maui?" And the ocean comes up and nods its head, "Yes, this is Maui." And about that time, Maui shows up. And Moana, he's really big and scary looking and strong. And Moana hides under the boat. And Maui sees the boat, and he's all excited because he's been stranded there for like 1,000 years. And he sees the boat, and he goes to pick it up. And he picks it up, and there's Moana underneath. And she goes, "I am Moana. I am here to take you to Te Fiti so you can put her heart back." And Maui says, "Thanks for the boat, kid. I gotta go." And he puts her in a cave, and he gets in the boat and takes off. And Moana figures out finds a way to climb out of the cave. And she jumps in the water, and the waves picks her up and puts her on the boat. And Maui throws her off, and the waves pick her up and put her back on the boat. And Maui throws her off, and the waves pick her up and put her back on the boat. And Maui says, "Oh, all right, you can stay." And Moana tells him he's got to restore Te Fiti's heart. He says, "Nope, I'm just going to go get my hook." And she says, "But if you restore Te Fiti's heart, all the people will love you, and you'll be the hero." And that got Maui's attention because he wanted the people to love him, and he wanted to be a hero. So he says, "Okay, but first we get my hook." And so they go and they try to find the hook, and a big, it's a crab, I guess, that has it. Really big, really bigger than a house. Big, big, big crab. And he sings songs, but he's not really very funny. And
Daddy.
yeah, now it's your turn. Do you want to take over?
No, you can tell a story. It's your turn to tell the story. But is that the coconut pirates?
No, not yet, because he's got his hook first. Remember?
No.
They beat
The coconut crabs are in here.
the coconut pirates are before he gets his hook.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess I forgot. So
Yeah.
they're sailing to find where his hook is, and all of a sudden they hear war drums. And they look up, and it's a bunch of coconuts, and Maui's all excited, and he's like, "They're dangerous, they're dangerous." And Moana says, "Oh, they're just cute little coconuts." And all of a sudden they start putting war paint on and shooting arrows at them. And the arrows stick in the boat, and there's strings attached to them. And they start pulling the boat in. And hey, hey, who's hey, hey?
The funny chicken.
The funny chicken swallows Te Fiti's heart. and all the coconuts are trying to get the chicken because what they really want is Te Fiti's heart. And they get the chicken. They take him away. And Moana says, we gotta go get Te Fiti's heart. And Maui says, you go, I'm escaping. And so he tried to get out of there. And Moana jumped up on the boat and started knocking coconuts off. And they tried to shoot her with darts that make you go to sleep if it hits. And they accidentally hit the chief and put him to sleep. And Moana was able to grab the chicken, and she went swinging through the air on a rope and got back to her boat. And all the coconuts were beating their drums really fast. And they chased the boat, and Maui's sailing the boat, and all of a sudden the big coconut ship split into 3 ships, and they almost closed in on Maui's ship, and he got out. And then all the coconut ships collided with each other, and they started catching fire and sinking and all that stuff. So Moana and Maui escaped. And they went to the big sea turtle, or whatever it was, a crab, I guess, that had Maui's hook. And they had to, Maui made Moana be bait, so she had to go make a lot of noise, and the crab saw her, and Maui was able to get his hook. And then they started fighting, and the crab got turned over on his back, and Maui and Moana escaped with the hook. And then they went to find Te Fiti, and Maui started teaching Moana how to sail, and they sailed right up to where Te Fiti was. And
Daddy, I'll teach you how to tell a story.
Okay. You gonna take it over from here?
No, I didn't say take over. I said I'll teach you how to tell a story.
What am I doing wrong?
Nothing. When I hear you do something wrong, I'll teach you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So at any rate,
Anyway. But what is anyway?
anyway, it's kind of just a word to change from one thought to another thought.
Ew.
Yeah.
Keep
So you can
reading.
here. Be careful! Don't tear the tent down again. I think it's damaged, and I couldn't get it up very well today. So all of a sudden they were at Te Fiti's island, but thank God the fire monster was there and saw him coming and started throwing lava balls at him, and Maui turned into a hawk and flew up in the air and started fighting the fire monster, cut off her hand, but it grew back, and cut off the other hand.
No. So I will teach you. So Maui and Moana found the fire monster. So the fire monster shoot fireballs, and then the Fiti let Maui and Moana be so far away.
Well, I was getting there. You got ahead.
And then Maui left, and then Maui come back, and then Maui will break 2 of the Fiti's hand. Okay? That's how we do it.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, you skipped a lot of the story. Do you want me to fill it in, or?
Yeah.
So Maui and Te Ka are fighting, and Maui is beaten. Te Ka is stronger, and he gets back on the boat, and he says, "Turn around, leave." And Moana says, "No, I can get us in." And Maui says, go, go. And then Teika throws a really big fireball, and Maui puts up his hook and it stops the fireball. But a big explosion, and it pushes the boat hundreds and hundreds of miles away, a long, long, long way away. And when they stopped and they got there, Maui looked at his hook, and it was damaged. It was in very bad shape. And he said, "I told you to turn around." And he was really mad that his hook was broken. So he said, and Moana said, "I can get you in, I know I can." And he said, "Nope, I'm not going again. One more hit and my hook is broken forever." And so he turned into a hawk and flew away. And Moana took Te Fiti's heart and gave it back to the ocean. Says, "I can't do it. Go find somebody else." And then who shows up?
What?
Who shows up when she gives the heart back to the ocean?
Grandmother.
Grandmother shows up.
Yeah.
She's a manta ray living in the ocean, but she turns back into her human form and talks to Moana and says, "It's all right if you want to go home. I understand." And then so Moana says she's got to go home, but she doesn't turn the boat around, and Moana and Grandma says, "Why do you hesitate?" And about that time, a vision of all their ancestors on boats go by, and they're all singing and having a good time on the boats, and the chief salutes Moana, and Moana says, "I know what I have to do." And she dives into the ocean to get Te Fiti's heart back, but when she gets back on the boat, Grandma is gone. So she gets back on the boat and she fixes the